Yo, man, what's good with y'all? Boys, your boy forever, the Fetty Fitness. Back at it again, y'all, boys. 362. Yeah, man, finna get right into this shit. We only got 3 days left, bruh. It's been a wonderful year. Been a wonderful year, man. 2023. Man, make sure y'all run through the last few days for me, man. Y'all do me a favor. Drop a like. Share with a friend. Come on. Need y'all to run this up, man. We're gonna blow this up for the rest of this year. 3 days left. Most legendary push-up series of all time. Remember that, nigga. Let's go. Yeah. Niggas ain't doing it like us, man, on this channel. Really going at it every day. Yes, sir.
Have him on the channel because if you guys want to know what it's like to be an alpha male, I think Andrew exemplifies this more than just about anyone I know because he just does whatever the fuck he wants. He says whatever the fuck he wants, and he gets whatever the fuck he wants. And that, in my definition, is what an alpha male is. So, welcome, Andrew.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on here. And I like that description. I think that's pretty close to exactly. That should be absolutely every man's aspiration, shouldn't it? To break free from the slavery and the chains and the societal norms, and to be able to do and act and say whatever they like. So I think it's a pretty good end goal for anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Especially today. I mean, so much pressure, I think, on men to act in a certain way, and they conform to it. There's so many. I keep on saying it, but I think the greatest problem that we have in society today is the pussification of men. That so many men are just fucking pussies.
Exactly. This society. I mean, we can go really far down the rabbit hole with this one. I don't want to go full Alex Jones on it. Yeah. But the truth is, if you want to control a society, you need to control the men. Because it's men which riot and cause revolution. Men which can fight. It's men which can really make serious change. I mean, women can scream and complain, but it can be largely ignored. But when men start to riot, you have problems. So how do you avoid that? Well, you make sure the men don't have enough will or enough gumption to put up, to resist the absolute shit show they're being forced to put up with. Because the truth is, life for 99% of men in the Western world is awful. And most of them know it, and most of them feel it. And still, they will continue to pay their taxes and go to their job and sit inside of their sexless marriage because they've lost their will to resist. And this is done very specifically. This is done on purpose. It's not an accident. Because otherwise people would stand up and say, wait. What? The price of everything's doubled in the last 10 years. My wages are the same. What's going on? But no one does. So it's a very conscious effort to damage the psyche and the fighting spirit of masculine men. Absolutely.
And what do you think is the main thing that's being done in order to accomplish this? Is it porn, video games? What's the...
Yeah, this is super interesting because it's such a complicated web. It's such a complicated web of factors. You can talk about nearly anything and they all tie into each other. But I truly believe we live in a matriarchal society in the West. Now, I no longer live in the West. I live in Romania. If anyone doesn't know who I am, my name's Jay. I live in Romania, which is the far end of the European Union. It's like a strange place to kind of live, but I really like it here. But when I go back to the West, I realize just how matriarchal the society is. There's a lot of people on Twitter, I'm quite big on Twitter, and there's guys in the red pill space and the right-wing space who always talk about patriarchy and how they're going to establish a patriarchal household and all this stuff. And I try and explain, the laws in Western countries prevent you from ever being a patriarch. If your woman at any point decides to lie and say you hit her, or to say you raped her, or a girl you're sleeping with, he raped me. I had sex with him consensually 9 times, but the 10th time I was drunk and it was rape. And the law, they will come and arrest you. Yeah. How can you be a patriarch in a matriarchal society where females have the entire power of the law to destroy you at will? You can't. So the truth is, the reason most men act the way they do is because they know that if push comes to shove, the entire force of the legal system will always side with the female. So why does the man come home after working a long 10, 11 hours in the coal mine, ask for a cup of coffee, his woman tell him to fuck off, continue to have no sex for 3-4 years, His kids don't respect him. He's semi-depressed, nearly suicidal, but he doesn't get divorced. Well, we know why. Because what's the option? You're going to lose the house. You're going to lose the kids. You're going to be stuck paying for her bills and allowing her to go on endless dates. You're out the game because it's extremely difficult to find a mate nowadays unless you're a top-tier male. So what choice do you have? It's a matriarchal society. Females have all the power in the West. So, like any society, if you're the class which is attacked or the class which is ostracized, which men are, you're going to lose your fighting spirit. You're just going to think, well, the best way to survive is just to be nice to everybody. I'm just nice. Do. And that's what's happened. Because there really is, unless you have that spark, unless you have what it takes to truly build a life which is unique and build a life that puts you beyond the controls of these enforcement mechanisms, then the safest way to live is to be a simp. It's not easy to be like me and run my mouth. I've lived the consequences of talking. I know what can happen. And I'm sure you've been there too with the shit on Twitter and blah blah. Because most people can't put up with this.
Yeah.
So,
No, it costs me hundreds of thousands of dollars to run my fucking mouth and not apologize, especially when they want you to get on your fucking knees and say, hey, we'll make the pain stop if you fucking apologize. And that's the most deadly trap, because for one, it's false, and two, it's like it's giving up everything that you stand for as a man. And that's the price for sure.
absolutely, man. Like, I see these people apologize and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing?